Okay. So, let me get this straight. I'm supposed to wrap this around my neck. Mage, be honest with me. I love me some fairy tale, but I feel like this seems very out of place. It's not...
Depends on how you wanted to go with Natsu's scar, because I'm assuming that's what it is.
Wait a sec. This ain't supposed to be fairy tale. Oh, jeez. Of course I got the memo wrong. Oh no, we're here. We're here for the shonen of all shonens. It's Dragon Ball time. Although, to be fair, fairy tale is inspired by Dragon Ball, so it is fitting in its own account. Hello, friends and fellow gamers. My name is Tempest. Some of you know me as Steve, and I was here previously for Mega Man X as of a couple of nights ago. But this time, to round things off, I'm going to be showcasing a certain anime speedrun that is anime-ish, if you will. Its source material is a little bit different from what you would expect, but let me assure you that it is very much considered a game among the anime speedrunning community and then some. So folks, allow me...
vouch for that.
Absolutely. Welcome one and all to Dragon Ball Evolution for the PSP. This is the third and final of the Budokai series games released for this handheld, and yes, what you see in my hand is a legitimate PSP with the official kind of hardware needed to capture this gameplay directly from the source, and using a UMD that I got along with the box, the manual, and even a piece of a Shonen Jump ticket that came with it somehow. It is very... I
don't want to know how much that costs for the Legion box.
Only like $40 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually fairly reasonable. But yeah,
it's Evolution, so
yeah,
I could see it going either way.
But anyway, I will have my commentator introduce himself properly right now. So go ahead, Mage.
Hi all, it's me, Magus1. Tempest asked me to help provide some commentary for this one as a fellow anime speedrunner, and also back for asking him to help provide info on Tenchi Muyo a couple months back.
I figured it was a nice little flip-flop. So we'll go ahead and present this file as Big Bad Game-a-thon 2025. Of course, I will be making sure that we're not saving the game automatically. And this will be a story mode run, so the idea being that similar to Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1, we're going to be going through the movie's several fights. It's not going to be every single fight that you can do in story mode, but it's kind of like how in the original Budokai you unlocked them, so after you beat the game, then you can do some more. Now before we get started, time will begin once I hit story, but I think there's one last thing we need to do here. Whoops. Oh, come on. We're already behind schedule. Can't this thing not have a malfunction?
I mean, it could be worse.
Come on, just a little bit, and booyah. Now we're complete. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you, Anime NYC. All right, we'll begin the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And
don't screw up.
The first rule is...
You mean the first rule of Fight Club?
There are no rules. Onward.
That is true.
So, this game was made in tandem with the movie, but was not necessarily done with the same attention as the movie. So, some details here and there are going to seem a little bit different. For instance, despite the fact that Goku is played by Canadian actor Justin Chatwin, he is made in his likeness, yet he's not supposed to have his gi right now. That's not until the final part of the story here, but no, we already got it anyway. Despite the fact that Goku has a casual clothing model from what should be a lot more accurate at this point. On top of that too, he's not even voiced by Chatwin, he's actually voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Sasuke Uchiha, Peter Parker in the Insomniac Spider-Man games, and much, much more. So, you can officially say that Yuri Lowenthal has at one point voiced Son Goku. Amazing.
I mean, at the same point, at least you gotta tell me, did they actually do motion capture for the for this game or not?
No, definitely not. And that's understandable because, see, for those who are familiar with the Dragon Ball Z video games for the PSP, this is the third of a couple of other titles that came out, particularly Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai and Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai Another Road. So all they did was refit the engine to have these graphics going for them, these models, these characters, so to speak. And yeah, that's basically all it takes. That's basically all they really did. Although they did change the gameplay up just a smidge, because the big kicker here is you normally have the ability to shoot ki blasts and fly, but because characters don't really do that in Dragon Ball Evolution, you don't have any flight going on here. All fights are grounded, and the ki blast button is used primarily as a super attack button. So while that was something that you could quickly do on its own, all characters have 3 super moves. So that's a very interesting change, and one that does make this game slightly unique that way. We also have a full burst mode, which we can use once per fight. So that's when I do a certain button combination with the charge your ki button. And by the way,
going full blown Super Saiyan in that mode?
No, there are no transformations in this game, I should say.
Close enough on that one. You know, the going all out.
Exactly,
or
though.
Kaioken, I think, would be the classic version.
No, because it is basically an all-out mode. You are right about that. And the idea, too, is that it's used as a trump card to get your ki gauge at full maximum. But it also then starts to drain. And then if you use your ultimate attack, it will also completely go out as well. So there we have
fight,
that.
by the way, with S rank.
Yes. So there's only one more fight with Grandpa Gohan here. A lot of the battles are going to take place as Goku. But there is another situation where we will not be playing as Goku at one point. It's a bit unique that way, though. Right now, we're going to be fighting against Piccolo, who is played in the original film by James Marsters, who is, fun fact, a huge fan of Dragon Ball, and actually wanted to make sure that the costume designers actually gave him something that was at least remotely close to the antenna, or something along those lines. He actually went out of his way to say, if I'm going to play Piccolo, please make me look a little more accurate as him. Yes, exactly, like Piccolo.
And yet you couldn't actually try to get some of the other costumes a bit better, but
yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Creative freedom over his own character.
Exactly. And even better is the fact that Marsters eventually did get to play in the actual Dragon Ball series, because for those who don't know, he is the dub voice of Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. So very, very, very wonderful thing, if I do say so, because he kills it as Zamasu. Really, really kills it, and then some.
Did he also include Goku Black, or was that just Zamasu's version?
That's, no, that was Sean Schemmel. That was still Sean Schemmel for Goku Black. Oh, I forgot to show the cutscene. Oh, man. Okay. Apologies, folks. I was going to show off a quick cutscene there, but I accidentally skipped it because we were talking about fun facts right here. But yeah, now we get to fight Bulma in this game. That's not something you're usually expecting to have happen in any kind of Dragon Ball title. But yeah, no,
Bulma having black hair as well, but
well, at least they did give Emmy Rossum a blue streak to at least give the impression that it's kind of Bulma.
Yeah, technically a gun, but have we ever seen her actually use it in the show? I don't think so.
Oh, she did. Like, when she first meets Goku at Mount Paozu, she tries to shoot him, but it obviously doesn't do jack against him.
Yeah, just like how Goku destroys her car.
Yes, very much so. Dyna capsules or Hoi Poi capsules are not quite a thing in this film universe, but they did have something close to it. They did have like this bike that could transform from a portable state. So at the very least, you know, some details where it counts. They did what they could. Oh, hi, Chow Yun Fat. This is the actor who plays Master Roshi in the film. Pretty sure not reprising that in the game, but still.
I mean, he is known for playing a lot of martial artists and has done a lot in a lot of different martial arts films, if I recall.
Yeah, I have not extensively looked into his overall credits, but when even the likes of CinemaSins goes out of your way to say, also they brought poor young Chow Yun-fat into this, you know that says something right here.
I mean, it's one of those times where it's like they are saying, like, God, what's his name that played Bison from the original Street Fighter movie? Level of, you got a good actor, and he's playing that in a not so good film.
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean.
Also, shout out to them actually doing another attempt at a live action Street Fighter movie.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, apparently they've got a lot of the actual names in the martial arts world actually playing characters, like including the WWE universe as well. I think like Roman Reigns is going to be Akuma or something. I'm not joking.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like there was a whole list of like just like it looks like they're actually trying this time.
Right. It's one would hope. Yeah. Yeah, the bar has been set much higher when it comes to adapting video games or other Japanese material into stuff. I should know, considering that One Piece Netflix has certainly gotten a great rep, and I'm super duper excited for season 2 on that matter. But on that note, 2026 could not come any sooner for that very reason.
I mean, I believe they even got Oda to help with it.
Oh, for sure. They definitely have Oda involved in it. Yeah, but
that's probably the only reason he would have allowed it.
Yeah, because on the contrary, Dragon Ball Evolution infamously did not have any input when it came to pretty much the people involved with the original stuff, and it was supposedly the very reason why the late Akira Toriyama, rest in peace, Sensei, we miss you so much. It's basically one of the reasons why he just went out of his way to do all the new Dragon Ball stuff. It started with Battle of Gods, it went to Resurrection F, and then we got Dragon Ball Super, and now Dragon Ball Daima, which was obviously his last notable involvement with his legendary series before his unfortunate and untimely passing.
This is true. We miss you.
We really do. I also am grateful, though, that he did get to see the adaptation of his Sandland one-shot into something much more fully fleshed, and yeah, I got to admit, that was one of the biggest surprises of the year, for sure.
I mean, there's been a lot of things that have gone in there that I had to see from Akira Toriyama's work.
I know that even without Sensei here and now, I still think it would be personally awesome to see the Kaja Tribe one-shot story get an anime adaptation, and personally too, Neko Majin, because that was always one of my favorite things to learn about when I was engrossing myself in obscure Dragon Ball knowledge.
No more than I do.
I grew up on this show and I loved it as a kid. I ate up the original version and way more than Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, I remember when it was on the air for Toonami. I just never got a chance to watch all of it back to back to back to back to back.
Oh, for sure.
Also, shout out to Dragon Ball Z Abridged and how much they loved the show to the point of going out of their way to honor like some of the things that we never even got in the U.S.
Yeah, actually, I did have the chance to meet Lanny Pator and Kaiser Neko at Rhode Island AnimeCon this year, and they were some wonderful dudes. And they've also had the chance to do some actual English dubbing, which is part of the reason why I guess you could say I felt like bringing in my Natsu from Fairy Tail cosplay, because they were a couple of characters alongside Alejandro Saab. So, and now Alejandro Saab is the voice of Shallot, which, you know, Dragon Ball Legends also now being a playable character in Sparking Zero. It comes full circle, folks. It comes full circle.
Shout out Sparking Zero finally coming to the Switch and the Switch 2.
Oh, wow, they're doing both. That's rather bold of them, but I understand.
The guess has been how bad the Switch is, basically how bad is the Switch version going to do? Well,
I have faith in them because they were able to get Xenoverse 2 onto there, so I think there's some good intention going on.
I believe it was like a year 1 or year 2 game for that one as well.
Possibly. All I know is that the Switch version for Xenoverse 2 definitely was later than the original platforms. That is a given. Because I also think part of it too had to come from the fact that they were implementing the motion controls, not unlike how it was with the Budokai Tenkaichi stuff, yeah.
Still an actual great game series to play if you've ever played it.
Absolutely. And with that in mind, we have been glossing over the overall plot of the game. So Goku and company have been looking for the Dragon Balls, so has Piccolo. We bumped into Chi-Chi along the way, who is Goku's high school crush. We bumped into Yamcha, who was a thief that was trying to con us into making money, but we obviously showed him a thing or two. We now have our Kamehameha move after having beaten the Fu-Loom, which is essentially the movie's stand-in for Piccolo's children. So they are not
basically Demon Jr.
Well, no, because before Piccolo Jr. did come piano, cymbal, tambourine, and drum. So, and I still very much remember watching Cymbal getting cut in half by Yajirobe. It was the one major badass thing that Yajirobe ever did in the show, and it still left that much of an impression on me to this day. Oh, now
He does one other badass thing, but that's in Z.
yes, I think if you know, you know. And, of course, kudos to his voice actor, Mike McFarland, also the voice of Master Roshi. We wish you well, and we hope you are hanging in there and staying tough. And we're doing what we can to give you all the positive energy you need. Yeah, for those...
Raise your hand up and do a spirit bomb.
Yeah, do the spirit bomb for Mike McFarland, folks. For those who don't know, he's been going through glioblastoma, and he is hanging tough. He is getting treatment for it. And I will say it is probably one of the biggest efforts in a community that I've ever certainly seen. Voice actors and anime fans alike, for sure.
They all do what they can do to support the things they love to do.
Absolutely. So yeah, at this point we now have the Kamehameha at our disposal, and it is possible to burn a couple more ki to get a final hit in if it connects, I do believe. But yeah, it is
used to like bring Master Roshi back to life in the movie. I mean, I haven't seen the whole movie, but I've seen like the last ending of it.
Well, it was used to bring Goku back to life, actually. And this is around that time when that happens. So I don't know if we see a cutscene for it after this battle, but only time will tell. Yeah, as of right now, though, not really too much to write home about. There obviously are mechanics, if you're familiar with the Budokai series, like throwing. You have the vanishing attacks, which you've seen quite a bit of already. It's pretty funny considering that, considering we haven't really seen the traditional Dragon Ball stuff, and that this is supposed to be based on a plotline with basic Dragon Ball involved. Yeah, the fact that it still happens, even for characters like Chi-Chi, is pretty wild.
I mean, at least they tried to edit down the entirety of the original show into, what was it, 2 hours or less?
I think at least an hour and a half. But I also do believe that Ernie Hudson's character, Sifu Norris, does appear with a character portrait, not playable. This game has 13 playable characters, one of which I'm pretty sure was... How did that gold split? Wait a second. There's no way that gold split on original hardware.
Who knows, man? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, that's nuts. But... yeah, now we are entering the final act of the game, and this is where we go to Yamcha's truck. And now
They gave him a truck.
Oh, they gave him a truck.
Looks like a monster truck.
Oh, it's...
Then again, his special move is Wolf Fang Fist.
Let's let the cutscene do the talking. The car is floating.
I mean, all the cars seem to float for the most part in the in the Dragon Ball universe, if I recall.
They do, except not quite in a very sci-fi-like way, more just a light sort of way. They're basically meant to be air cars. There's the cutscene right there. But yeah,
Technically, I think they're closer to like hovercrafts.
they're closer to hovercrafts. They're not supposed to have tires that act as jets. They literally went out of their way to program a cutscene with the in-game models. It's funny. And now Piccolo is trying to summon Shenron.
Better question is that what I mean at this point we knew they were what slug people at the time.
Ready?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Oh, this is too funny to talk about. So, I've mentioned that there are some details between the game version and the movie version script that are quite different from one another. Let's put it this way. Bulma says that in the film her name is Bulma Brief, but in here it's Bulma Enchanto. And if that wasn't enough, Piccolo, when confronting Goku, he calls him Kakarot and tells him he is a Saiyan, despite the fact that in this movie it's supposed to be about Nameks or Namekians or whatever the heck, and Saiyans were never a thing in the actual film, so that is probably one of the most hilariously baffling things to have just been added in. And now he's going to use his ultimate attack. Interesting. Very, very
They
well.
wanted to try to actually give some nods to the fans, because they didn't want them to immediately believe.
I guess so, but then at the same time, it wasn't supposed to be in the film, so who knows? It's like I said, it's that sort of thing where the game just did things a little bit differently than the film, and it's not like both teams fully coordinated on intent here and there.
I mean, it's got to be better than Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Oh, gosh. I honestly don't know what to tell you. I mean, yeah, the gameplay I feel is very serviceable, especially as a Budokai game. But if it's better than Street Fighter, the movie's video game, I don't know. That's a very good question. So here we have Master
That one had
Roshi.
motion capture.
That one did have motion capture. It was made to be kind of like what the Mortal Kombat games did. So you're seeing a text right here that says, I have to defeat Piccolo by using the evil containment wave, or the Mafuba, which is my ultimate attack. If I get a killing blow on him before getting that attack on him as the final hit, the mission will fail and I have to do the fight all over again. So this is the
About to ask that one.
yeah, no. You have to get him with Mafuba. I'll show you what it.
Oh,
I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it early because then I could full burst him. All right, come on. So far, we've been doing pretty good though. No losses, which I can absolutely accept.
considering it's a fighting game speedrun, you have to adapt a lot from there, and you have to make sure you do not take a loss. Well, you can take losses, it's just you will feel it sometimes.
Oh, I have felt it enough times when it comes to trying to speedrun this game back when I started. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. Yes! Yes! That should be killing. That should be enough to kill. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. Please. Yes! That was so hype.
Gotta love that they even included the action from the show with that.
Yes. The jar.
The Demon Capture Jar.
In the original, it was a rice cooker because, of course, Akira Toriyama.
I hate to say it, but do you ever wonder if or if not he looked around his kitchen whenever writing up stuff and think, what thing haven't I used lately?
So, as we're coming up to the final fights of the game, we have what I call the big three, and thus we start off with Ozaru. This is a adaptation of Goku's Great Ape form. Instead of it being a full moon, it's triggered by a blood moon eclipse, and Goku does not need to have his tail in order to turn into this thing. And yes, he is a playable character as well, so fitting considering that, yes, Great Apes are playable, but mainly in Budokai Tenkaichi, not quite the Budokai games, so this is certainly something, alright.
And is it just me, or does it look like they're fighting inside Goku's mind or something?
That's the idea.
So essentially you're saying that it's basically a Cloud versus Sephiroth at the end of FF7?
I almost wish you didn't say that, but yes.
Sorry. So, hashtag spoilers for, how old is the game now?
It's gotta be much older than at least 20.
Yeah, almost 30, and dear God, I just felt old by saying that.
Oh, man. I'd feel for you, but you also brought that on yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta get this fake hair off of me soon, though. My ears are starting to feel it. Okay, so 2 more fights to go. We're gonna start with Piccolo, and then we gotta fight him one more time. It's a little weird to say that, though, because normally you would think he's gonna power himself up a little bit on the second and final foray. And yeah, there actually is an upgraded form of Piccolo called Neo Piccolo. Apparently, though, that's not what that's all about, and that's what the full story mode run category is there to have you do, at least. So now you know about that, but yeah, sorry for the disappointment as well. Maybe next time for Big Bad Game-a-thon, I can learn to do that category, and I'd be more than happy to showcase it for you all. But right now, let's try and at least see if I can get him underestimate, because I have lost a little bit of time showing off the cutscene. But as long as we can finish the run, that's more than enough for me, because the thing about running this game is that load times on a physical UMD are going to be much slower than doing it digitally, and at that point you're going to have to go above and beyond for that to happen. So of course emulation is allowed through PPSSPP and can be considerable faster way of doing things, especially if you want a top time on the leaderboard. And I would like to also give a shout out to the anime speedrunning community for so much as accepting this game in our fold and just having at least quite a few runners involved. One of whom I'm pretty sure that on the Japanese restream, my good pal DBK is doing the commentary, and if that is indeed the case, hello DB-san, hope you're enjoying yourself over there.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder why he wasn't in here, but if he's helping out on that side, completely understand that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to Japanese Restream. I always love getting to showcase my speedruns for audiences worldwide, and of course, for that matter, shout outs to Maman as well, the French Restream we have going. So this is the final battle against Piccolo, and time will be on the final KO, so once I finish him, that'll be it. I'm gonna hope, though, that this plays out, because at best we could get this underestimate, but I also gotta be very considerate of my health, and he is aggressive in this battle, so I think we're gonna actually have to... Whoa! Okay, I managed to interrupt him at the very last minute, so that kind of worked, but also I'm still looking worse for wear.
I mean, it's all about finishing him off.
Exactly. All right, come on, one more to go. Take it for the road. Please hit. Yes, that's time. Just underestimate too. Let's go. Oh, that is a good way to end my Sunday right there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me on this wonderful excursion of the Dragon Ball Evolution movies video game adaptation. Once again, this was developed by the same people behind the Shin Budokai games, and if you'd like to try it for yourself on PSP, well, feel free to acquire this by any means necessary. You do not have to go out of your way to get it for original hardware like I did. But with that in mind, let us watch this one final cutscene together before we throw it on back to the Big Bad Game-a-thon team. And this will be our classic case of a beam struggle. So Kamehameha! Oh, I love voice acting so much.
I mean, at least you're not fainting from screaming on that one, which I believe did happen to
Poor Sean
the
Shevel.
actors of that one.
Yeah, yeah, apparently it even happened very recently in Daima with Super Saiyan. I shouldn't spoil it. Sorry, I almost did a spoiler. Okay,
Yeah.
we're just gonna give our quick shout outs.
Right there.
So, Magus, would you want to give a couple of shout outs yourself?
Yeah, shout outs to the anime speedrun community. Shout outs to you having me here, Tempest. No, I'm Magus1 on Twitch. I've done a lot of anime speedruns as well, especially for some of the more mech-based ones. You find me usually helping out the Robotech and Macross communities, as well as Pentimubio, the Eureka 7, and just recently Yu-Gi-Oh!
Absolutely, and he found quite the skip to one of the games too, so I'm looking forward to seeing you bring that to some events hopefully soon. In the meantime,
Definitely.
in the meantime, if y'all want to follow me, I'm TempestMask1000 here on Twitch, as well as a YouTube channel where I post any speed runs that I had to record offline. Of course, if you'd want to follow me on social medias, I do have a Twitter at It's Tempest Steve and a Blue Sky at Tempest Mask. I've got a couple of other ones there that if you want to look for, feel free to. Of course, I do want to say one last thing, and that is, it's always a wonderful time to be showcasing bad game speedruns, because it's not about the trash that we see on the surface of things. It's the wonders that we do with the very trash itself. So I say to you all, go watch Gachi Yakuta. It is an amazing manga with a wonderful anime adaptation going on right now. And with that, I will see you all next time. Until we next meet, ciao amici.
Bye all.